Why am I here again? I would have preferred to vacuum in tank top and undies, laundry, or Dateline mystery with pepperoni and garlic pizza. All would have been amazing solo date night options. In 2015, I lost my marriage, home, and business, all within a year's time. I was young and naive and coupled with low self-esteem. One college date with a charming young man led to a college sweetheart that I ended up marrying. That was one hell of a foggy decision. He had the confidence and charisma that I wanted for myself. He showered me with lies and things my heart wanted to feel. Being young newlyweds, we bought a condo on the north side of the city. It was a great sense of accomplishment. 3 months after the purchase and new bamboo wood floors were put in, it got struck with flooding. My neighbor that had lived there for 17 years let me know it was the first time it had ever happened. Oh, seriously? Really? I felt pretty foolish. And after 7 years of home ownership bliss, I had to file for hardship with the bank. I was crushed because I lost the home that I worked so hard to earn. Desperate to please him, I jumped on the opportunity to help him realize his dream of not working for corporate. And I was excited because I also get to build my business experience. So it was a win-win situation. I went into partnership, official partnership with 2 other guys. And man, do you find the dirt on everyone. I had a lot of hats. I was the HR pro, the tax guru, the invoice payer, and the mediator between the partners. And somehow that was not enough because I did not make the actual food. I worked full-time at the restaurant. Part-time at the restaurant and full-time at the hospital. It was just getting to be too much. Behind closed doors and well before the restaurant had opened, I was dealing with marital problems, quietly and alone. I could not allow my dignity to be dragged through the mud, and I filed for divorce, which unfortunately led to me walking away from the restaurant, which was my only baby. Faith took a strong hold because I had no idea what was going to happen next. And with each jump at the bottom of the cliff, I found new options I had never considered. Armed with family, health, and God, I was able to piece my life back together. When I left the relationship, I had no friends or family or even hobbies nearby. So I decided to go to church. I met people that looked exactly like me. We are all Egyptians, mostly, and I cannot tell them apart. I also wanted to broaden my background and do other things. And so I went to improv classes and guitar lessons and tennis lessons. And then I did sport leagues like kickball and volleyball and beach volleyball. And then I went to the gym and I got fit. And I really enjoy cycling and yoga classes. I even ran my first and only marathon right here in Chicago. I also started dating too. But please understand, where I come from, dating is done very differently. This is how it goes. You graduate from college, you get married in 2 weeks after that. It's called The Power of the Family Hookup. I opted for the Western route, though, and hopped online instead. Oh, I know. When one of the first guys I dated made sure to let me know that it was going to be very hard. I did the Tinder mistake. And without much messaging, basically, he asked me out. I said, sure. So I went out to the restaurant and met him. And I waited. I ordered a glass of wine, and I waited some more. And with each passing guy, decent-looking guy, mind you, going in the opposite direction, I was getting very anxious. Finally, I saw him from a distance. Oh, crap! He doesn't even look like his profile picture. When he got closer, he had this grandpa-smelling cologne that he was showered in, and it was pungent. My drink was starting to taste like his scent. He proceeded to insult my freshly manicured gel nails and told me he could take me to a better place. And by the fourth time of him touching my exposed arm, and I had said no each and every time, I was irritated. I was not interested in a sugar daddy who didn't look like his profile and, more importantly, did not understand the word no. Thank you, next. So I thought I got better a couple of years later, and I went to a speed dating event with a single female friend. There was an array of speaking abilities there. One guy told me right up front that he wanted to get married and have kids right away and seemed very disappointed when I did not share the same ambitions. Well, sir, you asked me about my 5-year plan. So the next one seemed like it was a bit better, and I thought he was a breath of fresh air. So I accepted to meet him up for a drink at Caesar's Killer Margaritas on the north side for a drink. Things seemed to be going okay, and I was wearing already 3-inch heels. So I said, okay, probably won't be standing for too long, and off we go to the arcade for a little bit. He offered me another drink, and I said no, but he made no mention of food, even though we had talked about getting something at some point. About halfway through, I had asked if he was hungry, and he said, no, not really, but we can share something. Apparently, that meant I would have one taco, and he would have the rest of the meal. To make sure he understood that I was not interested in him, I paid for the pool part of the bill, which is Chicago downtown expensive. When I ordered the Uber, and I made sure I ordered the Uber because I was not interested in him at all. I leaned back and wait and relax because my legs were hurting, my feet were hurting because I was wearing those heels. He quickly lifted up my leg, took my heel off, and proceeded to massage my sweaty foot. I was mortified. Thank you, next. With all the options at the bottom that I had never considered before was that liking myself and enjoying my own company. with all the craziness that had happened the last few years, it had really shaped me. I'm finally become the woman I have admired in my 20s. Thank you.